The sit down between Rada and Nadia finally happened. We have the return of Love and Hip Hop Miami. Let's get into it. What's up, y'all? It's your girl V with Reality Recap here for another Tea Talk session. And today, finally, we are discussing, as it has just returned this past week, Love and Hip Hop Miami. I've been waiting for this. I don't know what that little hiatus break was about that they took. You know that they moved to a new network this season. They're on BET. I don't know if that had anything to do with it. It's just mum's the word. There's so many rumors swirling that Love and Hip Hop Miami is canceled after this season. Some of the stars that I speak to on the show say that, they don't know which way or the other. It's just such a mystery. And the break had me a little nervous, but they have returned. So we are discussing this episode that came on April 8th. It is now on, if you don't know, Wednesdays on BET at 8 p.m., 7 Central Time. So, yeah, let's get into the things. But before we do, let's take care of a little bit of business. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What you see here at the bottom of the screen, reality_recap, and that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, share it. The YouTube channel is coming across the bottom of the screen. Reality Recap 2876 is also linked in my bios on all my social media platforms for you to easily just click on it, get to it, and watch. So again, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it, and set your alerts so you don't miss any of my recaps where I'm giving you guys the tea on all the trending reality TV shows and my shorts. I give you guys a lot of shorts on YouTube of the news, breaking news. So you want to make sure you're following. All right, let's get into it. So yes, Rada and Nadia sit down. And it was given the truth hurts. I don't know what Ryder thought she was trying to run when she came in there talking about saying, you in Miami now, you in my city. You just got there yourself and holding on by a thread. So I don't know what she thought she was going to run, especially with Nadia. I was like, Nadia is not having that. So yeah, it was given the truth hurts because I didn't like how Ryder sat down and tried to embarrass Nadia per se, saying like, "Oh yeah, look what the trash rolled in. Your son's gonna be so disappointed in you when he finds out you're a hoe or something like that on OnlyFans." She said, and it was giving Ryder. Don't you know you was doing the same thing? You were on OnlyFans too in your drawers, cooking, aka boiling water. So if you guys follow me, you saw I put the picture up of that. So what are you doing? Why would you even go there? Like you're in the same boat. You're dating the same man. So don't look your nose down on Nadia. I really am so tired of that with women where they think the story that the man told them is the truth and they're mad at the other woman when really a sit down like this should be a comparing of notes. What is he telling you? Because this is what he's telling me. Let's confront him together. It's always the man that gets out of it scot free. The women continue to date him and mess with him while he sits back and you guys fight and scrap with each other. Like it's so exhausting to see. And like, what makes Rada think that everything he's telling her is the truth when he had a whole baby on you? And it's clear that Michael is pillow talking because Rada sits down and Nadia is telling her, like, yeah, you want to talk about my kids? Okay, or my kid, cool. Half your kids don't even live with you. This play baby that I had with Michael was planned. It was like, now all bets are off, and I'm gonna tell you what I know. And I wasn't mad at Nadia for that. Because yeah, you came in low blowing. All right, so here we go. Truth hurts. So yeah, half your kids don't even live with you. this baby was planned because you were not able to have children, or so you thought. So this baby was planned, and it just so happens that it happened at the same time. And even let him know, cherry on top, he was messing with me. He was in these guts last night. Okay. So Ryder's sitting there with the dumb face, like, yeah, you should have sat down with a different attitude and really exchanged notes about it, because I just don't understand how you can allow a man to have side chicks and then you think you're gonna put rules around it that he's gonna follow. If you open up that door, you are basically signing up for whatever comes along with that, him getting another woman pregnant. Like, did you really think that he was just gonna have one night stands here and there all over the place and use a condom every single time? And Nadia is not a one night stand. She's been around for a long time. So I don't get it. Like, are you okay with his lifestyle or are you not? But to halfway accept it and then trying to put rules and stipulations on it that you probably didn't even put on it to begin with, it's not really making much sense to me. So at that point, like I said, truth hurts. Rada throws water in Nadia's face, trying to jump across the table. She want to fight now because she hearing the hard truth. She jumps up from the table. Um she calls Michael Blackson and she's asking him, how come she knows my business? Hell, Nadia ain't the only one that know your business. Gael know your business. Boots know your business. Half the damn cast know your business. How she know this stuff? You had to be telling her that, which I think is wrong on his part. The pillow talking is out of control. But he does seem, and I said that in my interview with Nadia, he seems to have a trust with her that he doesn't have with Rada, because I guess Nadia is more acceptive, non-judgmental, not, judging. But she knows a lot. Like, she even knew that there was potentially another woman pregnant in Africa. Rada has no idea about that. It seems like even to this point on the show, she has no idea of that. So he confides in Nadia way more. They seem to have a stronger bond than he does with Rada. And it seems like Nadia is more accepting of his lifestyle and knows what she signed up for, versus Rada is trying to halfway accept it, hoping it goes away and that they get married and be together exclusively. And I just don't see that happening. So she calls Michael. He's like, that's really none of your business. It's really none of your business. The last time I slept with her, blah, blah, blah. And I guess at that point, Rada gets upset. She hangs up and it seems like she moves out. But not less than 24 hours after being moved out, he eating chicken down at Gael's restaurant and got Boots over there, and he burning some brown and served sausages. So I don't know what she was trying to accomplish by moving out, if he was going to change his ways or come chasing after her, but that man don't got a serious bone in his body. Not a one. So I don't know. But we're going to get back into the Gael and the Boots of it all. In this episode, also, we saw Trina with her husband, Swerve. He's in the studio. I still don't trust him. I'm sorry, y'all. I still don't trust her husband. I feel like he's in it for the long game. I feel like, the potential baby mama that he had that said that, like, he looked into Trina and where her favorite restaurants is and made himself available in those spaces to get with her in the long game to advance a music career for himself. He may like her, love her. I don't think he's doing it and like grossed out by her or just doing it for that. But there's definitely, I don't fully trust him or the relationship. She's all in, it's working for her. I just hope she has a solid prenup. They got married so quickly. I just hope as a businesswoman, she protected herself. I would hope Trina would do that, but I just don't know if that was done with as quickly as they got married. But he's in the studio. Song sounds good though. It's a bop. She's telling him he needs a like an EP or song release party. I'm saying in my head, she about to pay for that too. Because I don't see Swerve doing anything. When he first came on, it was said that he's like a house flipper into real estate. I ain't seen him put on not one suit, sell not one house. And maybe that's just not part of his storyline. I'm not saying that he's not doing it, but I just Trina's giving big sugar mama, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just hope that she protected herself. That's all I'm saying. I just hope that she's protected from a prenup standpoint and protected the legacy and money that she has built and acquired. That's all. But Trina wants to get into movie directing. They showed us a clip from like a 2013 movie she was in. No shade, but I hope she's improved since then. Because that clip did not help her case. But she wants to get into movies. She wants to act movies. She wants to come from in front of the camera and direct a movie. So she's thinking about speaking with Julian. Now we've seen Julian in the past episodes towards the beginning of Love and Hip Hop Miami, where they had a falling out over a business deal gone bad, where Julian allegedly got a front of money and did not give a portion of it to Trina. It went sideways and he was fired and they stopped working with each other. But she wants to get back and working with him because she sees that he's doing movies and he's in that space now and think that he can help get her into that space. Now, Julian is not out here directing Oscar award winning movies. So I don't know why with her name, she feels she has to go to Julian. And listen, I don't know much about him and what he does in the business. Some of his movies came up on the screen too, and it was giving a little Tubi vibe. I just wonder why she doesn't think she can't work within Hollywood, big name directors, big name people with who she is. I wonder why she feels the need to go back to Julian. But at this point, she's married now. Her husband's like, "Oh, I'm here. I'm the big protector. If you sit down with him, I'm going to be involved. I'm going to be there. Ain't going to be no taking advantage of you. You doing it, allegedly." So we will see. Um, and that sit down really didn't go well, in my opinion. It was a lot of puffing the chest out between her husband and Julian. The husband really came in not really wanting to hear. Swerve didn't want to hear anything Julian had to say. It doesn't seem like he really wants her to work with him. Julian came in at that point. He's like, it really don't care matter what you want or what you think. He slaps like it looks like a script or a movie down on the table and telling Trina, I want to work with you if you want to work with me. She seems interested. She got it off her chest that it wasn't even about the money and the bad business deal. It was more about Julian not reaching out to her, calling her when her mom passed away. We know that's a sore issue for Trina. So him not reaching out hurt her. And it was good to hear her express that. And hopefully they can move forward from that. But it seems like Swerve is going to get in the way of that at this point. So she asked them both to calm down. We'll see where it goes. But the conversation was a little bit annoying because I felt like Swerve was overstepping. You're her husband, but this is business. And I felt like he overstepped. And then it caused Julian to get all swollen in the chest too. And it was like a back and forth situation that wasn't productive. But listen, we'll see where it goes from here. So as I mentioned, Michael, he goes to see Heaven, aka Gael, and she's now a prophet. After seeing Joy's sister and meeting her, and now she wants to be a prophet. At this point, it's not funny to me with Gael how she now meets people, becomes obsessed with them, and picks up their storyline. It's almost twisted and sick because of what we know about Gael's son, which I reported on before. But Gael, first, she's around Angela, also formerly known as Black China, and she wants to be like her. She wants to date who she dates. Now she's around Joy's sister, who's into church and has prophecies, and now she has dreams and she's a prophet and God sends her these dreams. It's weird and it's not funny to me because her son was all over the news in Miami for stalking a woman, showing up at her home repeatedly. He was arrested for it, trying to enter her home. And it seems like some true mental issues there. And it's almost as if she's mimicking what her son does on the show. It's actually sick. And I have no idea why they kept Gael on the show and got rid of Flo. Not saying Flo should be here in replacement of her. I wouldn't mind Flo just because of Marvin. I think he is hilarious, her on and off again husband. But I don't know what she's needed on this show for except for these foolish scenes where she's acting like she's dating Michael Blackson. When I don't think they have a relationship from what I hear, allegedly. I think this whole storyline is made up and they don't really have a connection, a relationship at all outside of playing like they do on this show. So it's a bit weird. And I'm good off. I'm good off with Gael. So Heaven talk. Well, Michael is again pillow talking with Gael, not physically pillow talking. They're in the restaurant, but he's telling her everything that happened that between Rada and Nadia and how the sit down went along. She's telling him to get rid of both of them and be with her, and she's telling him that Nadia should go back to LA, that he should send her back, and he think that's a good idea, and he decides to go stomping over to Nadia's apartment like she gonna listen to him. Like you don't run anything clearly, or these women wouldn't be back and forth and like this. But he tells her she needs to go back to LA without even hearing her side of the story, without even hearing that Rada was the one that came in on the bullshit. It wasn't her. She came to sit down and she took it left and mentioned her child and OnlyFans. And that's where it went off at. So without even hearing it, he's saying now he wants her to go back to LA. And she's like, I'm not going nowhere because of your crazy girlfriend. I'm not going nowhere. So it's clear she's not moving. So we'll see how he handles that moving forward. We then see Miami Tip. She sits down with Hot Topic. Also, Boots comes. They're having a conversation. Miami Tip is still making a out of her storyline and telling how she tried to have her on the podcast and it didn't go well and she threw stuff and now she's trying to get her next lick back. That's still her storyline. But they sit down, Boots comes, and it's interesting. Boots mentioning how she has an ex-boyfriend that's in town, that he has a crazy girlfriend that acts like she's okay with his lifestyle, but isn't. And I'm saying this is Rada and Michael Blackson. Kind of shocked to hear that Boots was messing with Michael Blackson, but hey, I guess everybody do a little strange, some strange for some change. I was actually surprised to connect them together. I didn't see that coming, Boots and Michael Blackson, but she's like, yeah, he's in town. I'm gonna have to check his girlfriend. And they all at the table, like, oh Lord, I hope it ain't somebody we know. And she's like, yep, I'm gonna have to check his girlfriend, and I'm gonna have to see him or whatever. And I'm saying in my mind, I cannot believe that. That was a bit shocking. And they end up together after Rada moves out. They end up together. She and Rada packed up and left, and he talking about something. He just needs to get his mind off of it. So he invited someone over in his boots and he burning sausage for her. And that's where the episode ends. But I believe that is an actual relationship. Gael and Michael Blackson, I don't believe that's an actual relationship. This storyline is actually more interesting of the Boots situation because Boots don't play. So this is more interesting to me. I don't know how far it's going to go because looking at the preview for the next week, while he's burning sausages, they actually start arguing over something. And he's kicking her out, and security's getting in between her. He's throwing her underwear, telling her, "Yeah, get out of here with you and your period panties." Like what? So I'm not even sure how long that's gonna last, but this was more interesting to me than him in this made up Gael situation. But yeah, I mean, they're back. It's good. Make sure you're tuned in. I'll continue to recap it weekly. It was a great episode. I enjoyed it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, respectfully though. And I will recap this again next week. So before I get out of here, let's take care of business one more time. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. What you see here at the bottom of the screen, reality_recap. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like this video, please. Hit that thumbs up, please. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's coming across the bottom of the screen, Reality Recap 2876. Also is linked in the bio on all my social media platforms for you to easily access it. And like I always say before I end my podcast episodes, reality TV stars are humans too. Let's not forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.